we are still on the episode of dreams, and I want to share with you the subject on dreamlessness. There are some who says that they sleep and they don't dream, which is impossible, which is not supposed to be so. Every child of God is supposed to dream. One of the privileges God has given to every human being, not only to his children and only to his sons, every human being. If you are not dreaming, then there is something wrong. Dreams gives you access to the activities of things that are happening in the realms of the spirit. And as long as you have a spirit, your spirit is be able to interact with the spiritual realm, and it's done by dreams. When you are sleeping, it's your body that sleeps, it's this body that sleeps, but the spirit is not supposed to sleep whilst you are sleeping. So when you sleep and your spirit is sleeping, you are in danger. You are in danger and you can easily become a prey. You can become so vulnerable to the programmings of darkness, to the attacks of the wicked, to the plans of the devil, and whatever the enemy will do or he's doing or has done. In fact, it's as if you are left in the dark. You are left in the dark and you don't know what is happening. So it is in fact natural to sleep and you see yourself in places. You see yourself in doing things. It means your spirit is awake. Every awakened spirit will dream. Every awakened. So the major problem for you not to be able to dream means your spirit is not awake enough. There are others who dream but they cannot recollect. They say, man of God, I dream but I cannot recollect. You are dreaming but you cannot recollect, and you are not dreaming. It's the same. Because if you dream, you should be able to also recollect. It's very important that you dream and recollect your dreams. People intend to give much weight to visions, trances, and hearing from God. All right? They intend to give much weight to it than to dreams. But listen to me, they are equally the same. Whether you dream, whether you have visions, whether you hear, they are equally the same. So the attention that you give to the vision that you had, or the prophecy the prophet gave to you, you should give that same attention to your dream. So if you are not dreaming, it's dangerous. And if you are dreaming and you are not being able to recollect, it's also dangerous. So if you dream, you should be able to recollect. And the next dimension will be that when you dream, you recollect, you should be able to interpret, which is also very powerful and very important when it comes to the world of dreams. When you read the Bible in the book of Matthew chapter 13 verse 25, Bible said, whilst men slept, the enemy came to sow tares. So whilst you are sleeping, you don't have to sleep. Your body goes to sleep, but your spirit is awakened. Your spirit must be awakened. It's a watchman. Your spirit must be awakened. Jesus said something in the Bible. He said, the light of the body is the eye. And if that eye be blind, how great is the darkness? So he's trying to say the light of your life is your eye. So if your eyes cannot see, how dark will be your life? So to take it deeper, the eyes of your life is your spiritual eyes. So if your spiritual eyes don't have access into the realms of the spirit, you know how dark your life will be. So physically you are going up and down, but you're living in the dark. Learn how to live a spiritually awakened life. Don't live your life to only the things that are natural, the things that are happening physically that your eyes can see and you can interact physically. Life is beyond that. Life, whatever that you are seeing today with your eyes going up and down, it has a spiritual connotation attached to it. It has a spiritual impact. It's been orchestrated. It's empowered from the realms of the spirit, whether it is good or it is bad. That is why to me, I don't see anything that happens and I call it lucky. There is nothing like lucky. There is an involvement of a spirit. So instead of you to say lucky, you were favored, you were helped. There is an involvement of a spirit. There's nothing like called lucky. Whatever that happens to you, somebody saw you and the person want to help you, you should know that the person was touched by a spirit. It has come from the spirit realm that the person is supposed to come into your life at that time to offer help. And if somebody comes into your life and the person is dangerous and the person is not helpful, you should also know that person has also been assigned by whether it is by the enemy to come and destroy and to come and waste your time. Everything is done by the spirit. So sometimes I look beyond human attitude and human character. I look beyond the reactions and the perceptions of men, and I perceive into the realms of the spirit, and I see how people behave and how people do their things. Sometimes it's not by them. they are being programmed, they are being controlled, they are being manipulated, they are being influenced by the spirit realm. Anything, even in fact you are being controlled, you are being either being manipulated and influenced, you are being whatever you are doing, your reactions and whatever sometimes have a spiritual connotation to it. It has something to do with the spiritual realm. To be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Your actual life must be lived from the realms of the spirit into the physical. That is the design of God to us. So the one that is living a physical life and has nothing to do with spirituality, has nothing to do with the spiritual realm, you are not living a life. In fact, you are not living a destiny, whether you are natural, carnal, or physical. Still, the impact of the spirit realm is upon you. How? Because listen, the devil does not need your permission. The devil is an invader, is an intruder. The devil is a controller. The devil will just enter your life anyhow. The devil does not respect your will. It does not respect your boundaries, because there is no iota of love in the devil, in demons, in powers. There's no iota of love in them. That's why they don't respect your will. That's why they will want to control you. But God, the Spirit of God, will not want to intrude and invade your life till you permit Him. That is why your fellowship and your communication with God and with the Spirit of God is very important. With the Holy Spirit is very important. It keeps you spiritually awakened, and it makes the hand of the Spirit, the hand of God, have that influence upon your life. Prayer is essential, because when you are doing so, you are inviting God. You are creating the space for God's operations and divine operations in your life. It's only by that access God comes into our life. Peter saw Jesus coming on the sea, and he said, Jesus, if it be you, bid me to also walk on the sea. And Jesus said, Peter, come. And Peter began to walk on the sea. Then Peter took his eyes off the Lord, and he began to look at his surroundings. And in fact, he became too excited that he was able to walk on the sea. And once he took his eyes off the Lord, he began to sink. And the Lord watched him whilst Peter was sinking. He did not do anything about it. Then Peter called, said, Lord, help me, for I am sinking. Then the Lord stretched forth his hand and brought him up. So Peter would have sunk if he had not called upon the Lord to deliver him. So most of us, this is how our life is. You think that God will just come and do things for you without you asking Him. It does not do those things. So what God will do is that it comes to you in dreams, it comes to you in visions, it comes to you in dream prophecy, it comes to you all that He's doing. Like this message that you have come in contact with, God is using this message to create an awareness in your spirit, an awakening in your spirit. All right, that you'll be able to interact and be able to have a communication with Him. And when you follow all that He wants you to follow, then it means, He can now flow into your life. Bible said in the book of Philippians chapter 2, it said, He worked in us both to will and to do of His good pleasure. That is love. God is love. He does not force Himself on anyone. God will not force Himself on you, but God will try to create an awareness why you need Him, why He needs to come into your life. So you go to church, you hear a message. You are passed on the roadside, you hear a message. He will give it to you in your dream. A prophet to prophesy to you. You come to TikTok, you hear a message like this. You go to Facebook, you hear a message like this. You go to YouTube, you hear a message like this. It means God wants to bring you into His realm, but He will need your permission. You have to come there by your choice. You have to make the choice by yourself. It should be a choice that you have made yourself, a decision that came to you. You have to willingly give in for Him to come. Invite Him and come to Him. He will not force Himself on you, because He's love. Love does not exert Himself on others. Love does not control. Love does not abuse the will of others. So if I love you, I don't have to abuse your will. I have to respect your boundaries. I have to respect your will. That is how God is. You have to learn how to wake up and make night prayers. At least 30 minutes, 1 hour, every night. Every night. Not something that you do every now and then. To be spiritual awakening, you have to every night spend time, like every night, 30 minutes, 1 hour. So wake up between times. All right? Whether it is 12 a.m., you are making 1 hour to 1 a.m. Whether it is, how do I put it? Whether it is 1 a.m., whether it's 2 a.m., whether it is 4 a.m., 3 a.m., you make prayers to keep your spirit alive. I'm going to share with you dangers of you not dreaming. Dangers of dreamlessness. Dreaming, but you cannot recall it. Or not dreaming at all. Number one danger is when God is revealing something to you, you cannot see it. Number two, when God is revealing something to you, you cannot see it. And when God is speaking to you, you cannot hear. And it is very dangerous that when God is revealing something to you that pertains to your life, that pertains to people around you, but you can't see. And when God is speaking to you in a dream, you cannot hear. Number two, the devil and his cohort, activities in your life and whatever they are doing in your life remains undetected. It will remain undetected because why? You cannot see. You see, in dreams, it is in dreams that you are able to discover certain things. That this particular thing that is happening, it is not of God. It is not supposed to be there. So in dream, when you are dreaming, the dream will bring you to that light, and you'll be able to detect the activities of the enemy running around your life. So it's very dangerous not to dream. I will say there is nothing called emergency in the realms of the spirit. Every person, listen to me, anything that you ever go through, anything that ever happens to you that we call in the physical, we call emergency, you realize that you have had the privy to have a revelation about it. Either you have seen it in a dream, either you have discerned it, either you have perceived it, either you have sensed it. Something, God, listen, in the realms of the spirit, there is nothing called emergency. Everything is well planned, well programmed. So when the enemy is not allowing you to have access into your dream or have access into the realms of the spirit, that is when things happens to you and you say, this one, it just happened to me suddenly. It was an emergency. There is no emergency. And because God loves us, He always will show you things to come. And by the workings of the Spirit in our life, He will always reveal things to come unto us. Before anything happens, the Spirit of God will give you a glimpse. If not even in full details, the Spirit of God will give a glimpse. So therefore, when it happens, it is not called emergency in the realms of the spirit. Just that you were not able to have access to it, or you have access to it but you do not respect it, and you do not attend to it, and you do not give attention to it. Whatever it is, God will reveal them unto you. Joseph, the husband of Mary, gave birth to Jesus. The Lord revealed to him in a dream, and he saw an angel, and the angel warned him and said, flee to Egypt, because Herod is looking for the child to kill. Flee to Egypt. So imagine they stayed. Imagine they stayed. They will have called it emergency. We are there, then Herod came to kill. It is not. They captured it in a dream. There is a reason why you have to dream and you have to be spiritually inclined. Number 3, you'll be clueless of all the happenings around you. You'll be clueless. Dreams comes to inform, come to reveal. Yeah. So you'll be clueless of all that is happening around you. I pray that you will not be clueless. You will not be clueless. God will know how. God does not want to have us ignorant and clueless of things that are happening. Should know things beforehand. Should know things before they happen. Number 4, you end up living from one crisis to the other, one trouble to the other, from here to there, all because you are not taking, or because it's either you are dreaming and you cannot recollect, or you are not dreaming at all. So the devil is having a field day and is just going about, doing whatever he wants to do, and you keep on wandering from one end to the other. Sometimes jumping from one prayer camp to the other prayer camp, one prophet to the other. Sometimes all because you are not following the instructions of the Lord. He said, watch and pray. So even when you are praying, your prayer should be informed by the information you gather whilst watching. How you watch in the spirit, you don't watch in the physical. Not when you are awake. No, whilst you are spiritually awakened, and what the information you have gathered by your spiritual intelligence. People are using AI, artificial intelligence. What you have to live by is spiritual intelligence. Your ability to gather informations in the realms of the spirit and pray alongside the information. And one of the ways that we are able to access into the realms of the spirit and gather information, one of the ways that we watch into the spirit and gather information is by dreaming. So you sleep to dream. So whilst you are sleeping and your body is at rest, your spirit man is awaking and is gathering informations. Note this: all dream speaks, and don't joke with your dream. Don't joke with the dream that others have told you.